What's up? What's up, good people? What's up, Maxwell? So, welcome to Conversations with the Cool Kids. I am SheShe. You can follow me at all my social media handles at the SheShe Show, and of course, you got me, the best mix machine. You
Yeah.
got changed
Um,
it to your
ye-
the same as your
yeah,
Twitch.
I had to base it off one of my favorite wrestlers. I like when I heard what he calls himself now. Um, since he's been over in New Japan, I was like, I said I wonder, the spinoff, like how to spin it or whatever. So I just put my own little spin to it. And that's what I call myself the best. He calls himself the best bout machine. He so I call myself the best mix machine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Got you. All
yep.
right, so what are we talking about? I know we got a lot to be talking about, so let's
First,
get
first,
into it.
well, first and foremost, I would like to shed some light. We lost Angie Stone today.
Yeah.
Um, that's very tragic. Uh, One of the rap members from the South, from the group Sequence.
Mhm.
If you know, you know. You
Mhm.
know. uh, Angie B, Blondie, and Cheryl the Pearl.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, if you know anything about them, if you know, you know they were like the
Funk
pretty much
you
first.
right on up, gonna funk you right on up.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
they were the first female rappers to actually have a record, like period, like an album and record. The first.
Yeah.
Uh, and
And
I
she
don't
went
know what to say. Uh,
yeah, 63 years young.
yeah,
So condolences to the family. We keep them in our prayers.
yeah.
Uh, so
Definitely. My condolences, our condolences, yeah. But
yeah.
getting right into it.
Yes, let's get right
Um
into it. We about to do this cute little um okay. Speaking of old school, because you brought up something. Have you ever watched like a film from back when you were younger? You know, of course we've grew up with movies such as Boomerang and Menace to Society and Poetic Justice and Boys in the Hood and so forth and so forth. Have you ever, like, back then it was a joint, right? And then when you rewatch it again as you've gotten older, it's like, maybe Love Jones wasn't the romantic film that we thought it was, or you know, Jacqueline really played Marcus, and Halle Berry character. She was, and it's crazy because I was actually watching seriously Boomerang, like literally, like a month ago,
yeah,
and as I was watching, I was like, you know what, Angela, which is Halle Berry character, she was liking Marcus from the get. That's why her and Gerard could never, because they were too much alike. Think about it. They were too much alike. Gerard and Angela were just
yeah.
alike. Jacqueline and Marcus were just alike. But when when I really watched the film, I was
Okay.
like, Angela was kind of liking Marcus a little bit.
Yeah. You could tell it.
And
You it was like one of them things where you watch it, like when you first watch it, you miss it. You miss it. You
yeah,
know? It's
you
like
missed it. It was
cause
like,
cause you thinking they just co-workers, friendly co-workers. And Angela, you
she
miss
was,
it.
yeah,
But then when
she
you
was.
watch it again later on, yeah,
Mhm. It's like she was really liking them.
yeah,
So it's a few things like Love Jones. You go back and watch that. Although it was the romance film of that time, their relationship was semi-toxic. If you
yeah.
think about it,
But who started
they
it
were
first?
Well, here's the thing: it's not about who started it first. It's just it's
What's up, DJ Love? What's up, Mr. Adjusted? What's going on?
it's one of them things where you shouldn't listen to friends. Like when her friend said, "Oh, you going to New York? If he tripped, don't go. But if he uh if he don't trip, go." No, there's no way I would have told her that. Matter of fact, I would have been like, "Don't him. Tell him you're going to New York, but tell him it's for an interview. Don't tell him you have unfinished business. What are we doing?"
That's but that's lying. Like, okay,
No, that's
so
not. No, that's not lying because she was going to. Was it New York? She was going to New York for an interview.
oh,
She was.
okay, yeah, yeah, she
She
was.
was going to interview for an interview, so she wouldn't have been lying. She just overshared.
Yeah, she
She should have said.
overshared.
She was like,
But I
"Oh yeah, I'm going up there for an interview, but I also have unfinished business." So that's why he played it cool. They never. They were. They were
they weren't
dating.
they weren't it wasn't declared as a real relationship.
Relationship, yeah.
Right.
But
So
he got his feelings about it, but he had to play cool because it was like, well, we just kicking it.
well, hey, that's what when that whole thing where, say what you mean what you say, hey,
Exactly.
hey,
That's
ain't
what
gonna be
I'm
no
saying.
problems. Won't start nothing, don't be nothing. But
Exactly.
uh and I think I would have told Buddy to stop like if you real serious about Nia Long's character, I think I would have told him to stop talking to her at 5 o'clock in the morning. His ex at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that ain't gonna
But
fly, buddy. But
it was a lot of things that shouldn't have went on. She shouldn't have went out on a date with um I forgot his name. Bill Bellamy's character. She shouldn't have did that. Uh
yeah,
you don't date the homie. I don't care what. He knew what he was doing. Although it was harmless to her because she thinks she was going out with a friend. Like, oh yeah, we cool. But he was like, I'm trying to hit that. So he never hit it. They never did anything. But how he was talking like he was all up in it. Sir, stop it.
playing mind games,
Yeah.
playing
So,
mind games.
but what movie that you watched that made you say now as an adult, like,
Kind of like with Boomerang, like Kid. When I first saw it, Kid was like was all infatuated with Sydney's friend. He
Sherang?
could
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't see that Sydney liked him, like had eyes for him. Like
Mm-hmm.
you missed that. Like I first missed that. Like when I first saw the movie. But then and then you see that Sydney's friend, which is AJ Johnson, her character, is a tease.
Of course.
She's a player. She's a
Of
player.
course. She's like
But
Clay. Her and Clay were alike.
yeah, and so when I watched, you watch the film, you find out they find out that they actually hook up, you know, at the end near the end in the movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you watch it again, it's kind of like one of them things where you can tell that even after Play is talking to Sydney's friend, it's like it's like Sydney want to say something, but it's like I can't get involved because you like my friend. I like you, but I like you like my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of like you know she kind of brush him off or whatever.
But if you notice, Kid liked it, Shireen anyway. He wasn't
Yeah,
interested in he wasn't interested in Sydney. He was
right.
interested in Shireen.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah, yeah. And so she brushed. That's why Sydney brushed him off.
of
That's why
course.
she yeah. So you see that later on, and And I'm like, man, I was like, if it was me, I said, you see that later on, and it's in the movie it worked out for the better, but you could tell like when they first saw each other in that classroom, like in the lunchroom, in the cafeteria, and then both of them say, "Hey, kid," and you could see the smile on Sydney's face versus her versus what was her name? Shireen? What's her name? Shireen? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shireen. Uh, yeah. You can see the body the the body language. There was a difference in body language between Sydney and Shireen,
Yeah.
and Sydney stood out a little bit more than Shireen. So
Yeah.
as I watch it again, later on down the line, that's something I noticed. Um, it's a couple it's a couple other ones, man. It's like one of them is from the '80s. I don't know if you know this one. Uh, let's see. Yeah, the last American version.
Okay.
Okay, so if you notice, if you know, you know, it was a beautiful soundtrack. Had a beautiful. James Ingram had that song called um uh, Just Once. Remember that song
Uh-huh.
Just Once?
Yeah.
That was a part of that soundtrack. That's that soundtrack of that
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
You know, watched it for the first time, and I'm like, I'm in high school, so I'm watching it the first time because it used to come on TBS. Dinner and movies on Friday, Saturday nights
Mm.
because TBS used to show a lot of '80s movies.
Yeah. That and
And,
TNT.
yeah, so the girl, they all in high school. The girl is pretty much he has a group of friends, right?
Right.
One of his friends is an asshole, you know, and the girls in high school they always group to the asshole for some strange reason. But uh,
Ain't nothing changed.
huh? Say it again.
I said it ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, yeah. Um, she so she ends up in a nutshell. She ends up um, you know, meeting his group of friends, including himself, and he
Mm-hmm.
wants to talk to her. He wants to talk to her, but his friend got to her first. So it's like that song. It's like one of them things. It's like another song, like Jesse's Girl. I don't know if you remember
Mm-hmm.
that song.
Yeah.
Is an
I
'80s
read
song.
some juicy sky. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. I think that was on that soundtrack too. But it was like one of them things. Was like the first time seeing that movie, I'm like, okay, buddy, give up. Like this ain't gonna work. You know, you seeing this for the first time. For the first time, I'm like, okay, you know, you want to tell them to give up, but it's like you room for them at the same time. So later on down the line, some things occur. Some things occur. The asshole gets her pregnant, and
Mm-hmm.
he dumps her. So my man still saying he's like, okay, I'm finna pawn all my stuff so I can get you an abortion. Miss Christmas vacation with his parents, everything. Stayed at home. Got her the abortion. She sold all his stuff, like stereo, everything, you name it. Right? They shared a kiss, and I was like, room for him. First time, room for him. So after Christmas vacation, they come back to school. His friends throw a little house party or whatever. He buys her a necklace. Goes to the house party. He asks for where old girl was. She in the kitchen kissing the asshole. I was like, damn. But then when you watch it again, it the signs were there. Like, leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. No, no, brother. Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your. She chose him for a reason, like they always do. Leave him alone, you know. And uh, yeah. And then that's when that's it's so messed up because when he saw her kiss him on the asshole, that's when that Jane Ingram song come on, and it goes off from there. And then he leaves the party and starts driving down the LA freeway. I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. That song. So yeah, seeing that song, seeing that movie, I was like, yeah. I said the signs were there, buddy. Plus, he had girls that was in his face. He couldn't see the forest from the trees, but he only saw like this. Watching it the second time, there were girls that actually thought that he, were interested in him, but he never picked up on it. He only saw her,
The popular girl.
the popular girl.
Well, that's how it normally. That's how it normally is. The
Yeah.
popular
So
girl.
yeah,
Man,
but
that's
yeah.
crazy. But it's like watching those movies twice, or numerous of times. You sit back and say, "Well, you know what? Hmm." You think of it differently now that you're older and you done been through some things. So yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I was actually like a few days ago, and this is not music. This isn't movie related, but
Hmm.
I was actually on. Was it? I think it was this platform that I was on, and of course, by me being a DJ and love of music, I normally get a lot of feeds, and a lot of feeds that I normally do get are new school, like a controller DJ, and old school DJ. And they're always talking about the old school DJs. I was talking about some. Well, controller DJs aren't real DJs. They're just DJs that play from, that is playing. If you want a real DJ, hire a real DJ. But if you want a controller DJ, you're going to get what you get. And my thing today, and I think Jazzy J said it best. Jazzy was like, you have to evolve with the times. People aren't carrying around crates anymore. That is long past.
Hmm.
Everything is streaming. Everything is you have a hard drive, you know, um, or a USB stick. All the music is on there now, so you don't have to worry about bringing all this thousands of pounds with you when you go to a gig. You have a controller that's set up, and you keep it moving.
Pretty much.
My thing when I see those, I laugh. I like reading the comments
Yeah.
because a lot of the people be like, "Oh well, they're just." Especially like with the festival DJs, we already know a lot of the festival DJs do have a set. Their set is preset. It's already pre-recorded. So if you go like to a what is it? EDC festival,
Mhm.
um any type of EDM festival, a lot of those sets are pre-recorded. That's how they able to sit and dance and hop on top of the freaking DJ sets and throw cake and all the good stuff.
Yeah.
If you know, you
Yeah.
know. But I don't find anything wrong with it. I just say you have to evolve with time. I mean, you have to. That's like radio. Okay?
Yeah. They come up with a new software every year.
Yeah, it's a new software every year. Technology is changing every freaking second. And the thing is, in radio, a lot of people, and this is back when I was just in radio. I still am, but one of the things I always used to hear was make your content short. If you listen to radio, a lot of the personalities, they're only talking between 30 seconds to a minute each
Mm-hmm.
break, especially
Mm.
like the longer breaks. They only speak like 30 to a minute
Okay.
if you really listen to them. And it's like all these people that's listening to the music nowadays, they have it in their phone. And I've always said this. The music's in their phone. They don't listen to the whole album. They want more content. That's how you're going to get their attention, is more content. It's like that's repeating itself. That's why you have all these podcasts and uh, streaming services and all this good stuff. So with the DJ thing, it's the same way. Things have changed, and we just have to. Older DJs, stop it. That's what I'm saying. Stop acting like you're better than. Yes, we pay homage to you. We thank you. I mean, me and B grew up in that era. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Of knowing, seeing, so it's like, yes, we appreciate
But,
you guys.
but
However,
mm-hmm.
I got a controller. B got a controller. It's much easier on us when we're doing gigs. Do I have turntable and a mixer? Yes. Am
and, and
I
look,
going to carry that thing?
no,
No.
but see, and I disagree with whoever said those things, because Jazzy Jeff also said something similar to what you were saying. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he pretty much said that whether it's a controller, whether you got two turntables, he said if it moves the crowd, you did your job.
Yep. That's the truth.
That's if you
That is
if
so
it
true.
moved the crowd, you did your
You
job.
did your
So
job.
what? He said, so what if you gonna press a button to press a button to make something sound perfect? Do it. He said that's what it's
Yeah.
there for. He
Yeah.
said use it.
Yeah.
He said use it. He said don't let nobody, or a group of people try to deter you from your creativity.
Yeah.
He said because when you up there is you, you do you. As
That's
long as you
true.
as long as you move the crowd, you done your job.
Yeah. And
And
I
yeah,
and I've seen people actually talk about like certain controllers to get. Like I've seen this too, to where, oh, get the most expensive controller if you want this. If you want to have, I've heard people downgrade controllers. Like if you get a cheaper controller, oh, it's not you're not going to be able to create like you're supposed to. If you're a good DJ, honey, you can make that $200 controller sound just as good, probably better than that $2,000 controller. It's all about the person. It
hmm
really is. It's really all about the person. And
yeah,
I don't think a lot of people realize that.
yeah,
You know,
especially yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You're absolutely right. Especially if you know that software really. If you creative with the software,
Yeah.
so
I mean, you just have to work with what you have. If you have, I don't care if you're starting out as a DJ, and if you so happen to have the budget to where you can get a $2,000 controller, go right on. But I would say when
yeah,
I first got my controller, at that time my controller was $400 or $500. At that time when I got it, I got my controller. What year is this?
2025.
So I got my controller 13 years ago. I got my controller 2012. I think I'm doing the calculation right. So my controller at that time was a nice controller. And that was actually expensive for what I wanted. Because I wanted a controller with CDs so I can have my CDs to play. So that's what I got. And I still have it. And it works. It works good. That's why I haven't got that thing has been through the storm with me. It has been through gigs with me. And baby, when I say I make it work, I make it work. Now, do I want a new controller? I do. But am I pressed to get one? No. I'm not in a rush to get a new controller because the one I have is good. It does everything that I need it to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. I, oh look, other me on the other hand, I need another control.
Oh Lord.
I need another controller. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need another controller. Um, yeah, because I've had that one since 2014. 2014. Yeah, 2014.
So your baby 11 years old. Okay.
Mhm.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's 11 years old, but it's done for. Like,
It's,
it's
it's
done.
been done before.
Yeah,
Mine's still ticking. Mine has took some licks, but that thing is ticking, honey. It's ticking. I do, like I said, I do have a turntable because I wanted a turntable. So I have one turntable. I don't have two. You know, I've always, it's crazy because you know how most people that want turntables, they want two turntables. I always wanted.
mhm,
I said, let me get. I always said I want one turntable and a mixer. And that's it. And that's what I have. That's what I have.
yeah.
But it's when I see those type of memes or hear when I hear DJs honestly talk about the new and coming DJs, it's like, what are we doing? You know, it's like that's almost just like rap music. You know, rap music has evolved, um, has evolved. So the thing is, yeah, you grew up to LL Cool J and all them good people, but now we got Little Baby and Glorilla and Sexy Red. And I will say this, I respect everybody's hustle. And that's all I'm going to say. And you're going to say the same damn thing too, B, because your facial expression says different.
Hey, hey, the person you mentioned. Hey, look, man, look, the person you mentioned thinks otherwise. But hey, that's
I
not
mean,
that's not my
look,
type.
I respect which one? Sexy Red?
LL, he thinks
Well,
some. He thinks he thinks some of these people are garbage. Like he
I mean,
really.
of course. Here's the thing about the older rap artists that started. They think that yeah, today's music is. They think that, but they have to realize y'all came out at a time to where they thought hip hop was garbage too, and this shit wasn't gonna last.
Ass, yeah,
But
yeah.
it has lasted for so long. So, like I said, although we got these new artists, and I've said it too, like, oh, I'm not really a fan, but yeah, it's some songs that I listen to. I'm like, okay, like Glorilla, Sexy Red. When I heard, actually got a chance to really listen to the songs, I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay, it's catchy. I understand. The songs are catchy, whether you want to admit it or not. They're catchy
Nice.
songs,
Mm-hmm.
and the generation before us, or or they grew up, listen to the LL Cool J's and Run DMC's and Grandmaster Flash and so forth and so forth. True, we listen to that music and listen to this music is different. I mean, think about it. When gangster music came out, when NWA came out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they weren't perceived by East Coast. Think
Yeah.
about it. The South, when music in the South came out, North or West did
Mm-hmm.
not accept the South.
Accept or recognize.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So when Andre 3000 said, the South got something to say,
Say,
he wasn't lying. You know, I mean, think about it. And I hate to say it, but if you listen to a lot of the artists that came out that's out now, we listen to them. It's some artists that sound like they were from down south, and come to find out they from up north, and
sure.
it's like, whoa, you from New York and you sounding like okay.
Yep. 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 So
So,
yeah, I yeah, I kind of agree. Oh, speaking of LL,
mhm.
just last week was the celebration of the 40th anniversary of Crush Groove.
Oh wow,
Have you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've
yeah, I
seen it.
seen Fresh Groove.
Crush
I
Grooves.
seen
Yeah,
all that. Fresh
yeah,
Groove. Yeah, I seen
yeah,
all that. I
yeah.
saw that breaking 1 and 2.
Yep, yep,
Now
yep,
I'm
yep.
getting dark.
Huh?
Yeah, I saw the breakings. I saw Crush Groove. Yeah, I saw all
But
them jokers.
yeah, um, yeah. So yeah,
40th anniversary.
yeah, the 40th anniversary. Uh, one of my the people I follow, I think his name is Robert Williams. He did like a remake of when LL walked into um what was the record called? It was they worked into where what was my man name, man? Uh, was it L.A. Reid? No, not L.A. Reid. What was his name? Not
It's been so
L.A.
long
Reid.
since I've seen the movie, so I would not. It's been so long since I've seen
Because
that movie.
it was the part where he came and auditioned, and Jam Master Jay said, "Auditions is over." Didn't you hear me? Like you ready to take out a pistol. And I'm trying to think what was that dude's name with the glasses? Because he had a friend. He had a friend. They both dress up, but they Uptown. They had what they call Uptown Records.
Andre
Back in the
Harrell?
80s. Huh?
Was it
Andre
Andre
Harrell.
Harrell?
Yeah, Andre Harrell. Um, yeah, he was in that scene with his buddy, his friend that they both own Uptown Records, and that's when he reenacted that whole scene with LL coming in, D being back there, Jam Master Jay. Um, yeah, so it was actually pretty iconic the way he did it with his family. He did it with his wife and his 2 kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
yeah, that's pretty dope. I thought.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
yep, yep, yep. What's up, Nail Sunshine? What's going on?
ooh.
1:30. Okay. Yep. Anything you want to add?
Oh, uh,
What's
uh,
next?
what's next? What's next? Um, with me, you can follow me on all my social media handles at the SheShe Show. Still DJing. I was thinking about hopping on the ones and twos tonight, depending on how I feel. So, if I do, you guys would know. He did say the South got something to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. They were adding
Value to
value.
the
Totally
culture.
agree.
Yeah, they really
They
were.
they they
They,
were.
they
You
really
are,
were.
yeah. They
Yeah.
were. So and
That's my guy. Yeah. Uh, look, it was. I'll say the era we came up in. Can't say the same for a few of the new stuff. Yeah, I mean, no, I get it, but there are a lot that's trying to carry that. But there are some that are trying to carry, that trying to carry the torch, especially like Rhapsody. You got Coast Contra
yeah.
that sound like the native tongues, like they sound like the new Tribe Called Quest or new Jungle Brothers, like they sound just like somebody from native. If you were to take that group and put them in a time machine in the '90s and put them with the native tongues, they fit in great.
And
Like they
see, and that's another topic too, about how it's a lot of underground rap artists out here. and unfortunately, they're not getting played on commercial
Mhm.
platforms. But they need to play them on their platforms.
Yeah.
I just
They-
think they're not playing them because they're a little too conscious. They're
yeah.
not
It's
commercial. They're not fitting into that box,
yeah.
if you will. So that's now that is just a whole nother that's a whole nother topic for itself on how I feel and how a lot of these artists that you speak of should have the platform on
Dochi.
radio.
Dochi. Like I like Dochi. Like don't get. Hey, yeah, I like Dochi. I heard some of her stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
like Dochi. I like what's this? This girl from New York, man. She sound like man. She sound just like a Mill. Like
Oh,
but she can no. Is it a Mill? She sound like. But you'll know what she sound like when you hear it. But
right.
she got a good rhyme scheme. Like I want to say her name is London something or Lola Brooke Lola something
Oh,
Lola
Lola
Brooke.
Brooks. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. Her. Um, what else, man? It's man, it's some other artists. It's uh, uh I mean, of course, you got your Joyner Lucas. I still listen to his music. I still listen to Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco put out an album called Samurai. That is just that's a masterpiece. That's just awesome.
So,
Um,
what's this?
huh?
Who is this? Is it Sensei 34? I'm saying this totally wrong. But to answer your question, um, I don't think honestly they wouldn't. They wouldn't be received well by this new generation. Although there's a they actually they have a good following. All the people we naming have a huge following.
Mm-hmm.
It's just once they get played on the radio, you got to think about those. It could be 5 million against 20. So playing them on the radio, no, they're not going to get
No,
received well, and that's
and
what I hate.
and and then what happens is how they get noticed. How they got noticed is not how they're gonna play them on the radio. For example, remember when Cardi B Cardi B put that song, made that song, "Don't Be Careful with Me." They said she put it on the radio on her first album, like it was a single from her first album,
Uh,
and everybody on Twitter gave her hell about that song because nah, this
about
ain't it.
them,
This ain't it. Yeah, because she ain't rhyming. She ain't talking about ratchet stuff, or
yeah.
she or but
Here's the,
and then what happens is that they get found, but then they gotta they gotta conform to what's being heard on the radio
yeah.
in order to get to keep notoriety.
I
And
mean, true. That's why I tell a lot of artists that come to me asking me, how do I get played on radio? How do I get radio play? I tell them, don't worry about radio play. Get your stuff, get yourself noticed by doing it independently. It's luckily and thank God for this, it's a lot of streaming platforms where you can put your own music on those streaming platforms. You do not have to wait for a major company to do it for you at all. You do not have to wait for radio to play your stuff because
mhm,
unfortunately, radio isn't what it used to be. Back in the day, radio took risks. They were not afraid to drop artists.
yep,
Nowadays, it's artists that I've heard on the radio, and I heard them 2 years, 3 years prior
mhm.
before them being played on the radio.
Oh, just like LMA. I heard
Yeah,
before Booed Up. I had already heard like 10,000 hours. I heard
yeah.
that was the first
I
song
heard.
I heard from LMA before Booed
Oh
Up.
yeah, I had a whole mixtape way before.
Yeah.
Same with her.
So yeah,
I had that before too.
yeah.
So it's just I say, and if you go the independent route, radio would catch on.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, for Rhapsody and all these other underground artists, rap artists, they're not going to get the radio play because they don't fit, like I said, into that box. And that box is looking like overly sexualized.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a Rhapsody and you're like, look, this is my style, you're not gonna make me wear uh, a bathing suit with some leggings. So it's that's like I said, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic that we get into. And that's why I always say shout out to all the podcasts out there that play those artists and that love on real, music. But
Yep.
but we about to go ahead and get off this thing because we're it's just we gonna that's just like
Yeah.
a whole
And,
nother
yeah.
and
We will be doing promotion material to let you all know when Conversations with the Cool Kids will be airing on IG, and we will be posting it to our IG accounts as well as our YouTube account, and we'll be posting that as well. You can find me on IG on at Thebestmixmachine. You can also find me on TikTok with the same handle. She's SheShe.
you can follow me on all my social media handles. That is all the social media: Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikToker, all that good stuff. At the SheShe Show, TheSheShe Show, all one word. Follow. Go to the website, theshesheshow.com. It's the same as my Instagram. Q Vibes. Q Vibes
Yes.
coming
Yes.
back. We coming.
We coming
We
back
coming
under
back.
construction right now.
I don't have a lot of people ask, like, SheShe, so what's up with Q Vibes? I'm like, it's coming. Look now, look, it's coming. Me
It's
and B
coming
got our hands in a lot of pots right now,
now.
and
Yes.
we're working on the podcast, and we want to see how that go. But it's coming back. Y'all just stop. They being like a little aggressive, B. Very
Yeah.
aggressive. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, girl, look, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
We're
We
coming
get it.
back.
We coming back.
We're
Oh
coming.
yeah.
Everybody, just look, we're coming back.
Hey.
But
Yeah.
catch all
Yeah.
the videos though, because we do have a YouTube
Yeah.
page. So
We do.
I don't
And
know that
it's
link, but
spelled. You can find it on YouTube. It's spelled CUE Vibes VYBZ Q Vibes.
yep,
You can find it on
I put
YouTube.
that I put that at the bottom
Yep.
too. And that way y'all can, follow us, get us on YouTube and yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you for having
We'll be
this.
back.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
be
be
back.
back. Yeah, we'll be
Well,
back.
you
Thank
know
y'all
it.
for Yes, but thank y'all for having this conversation with us, hanging with
Yes.
us.
Yes. That's it.
Like I said, the SheShe Show, the best mix machine. And till next time, we out this thing. Love you guys. Bye bye.
Peace.
It's the Cool Kids. Q Vibes.